I'm live. Don't see many people in the chat yet. I'm gonna pull up some music. Karma, Socialist Mango Tree, hello. Hello and goodbye. Well, thanks for showing up. I'm gonna do a short stream this evening. Just gonna draw one little thing. One awesome, welcome back. You're at work. Watching instead of working, it'll be fine. Absolutely, it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do a short stream just because I've been doing a lot of streams recently, nearly every day, and I need a little bit of a break. But I do want to draw one thing for Polandball News Network. Our next episode, I think, is coming together pretty nicely. Hopefully we can get it out soon. I would really like to have an actual video put out instead of just VODs and streams. But I think having VODs at minimum is not a bad idea. So, sorry, I'm just trying to find some music. I was sent some stuff by BioEditor, some copyright-free music. White Bat Audio. So I am going to do a 4.5 hour synthwave mix. Cool. And I guess I'll find out after the fact if it was actually copyright free. Marble Sphere, welcome. Netherlands Ball, welcome. Manny, welcome back. With the entire country of the Netherlands here. 20-ish million people. I think you broke your Roblox account by sending location to Bosnia as a joke. Should you get it locked down or something? Locked? I like this music so far, this is dope. Alright, so what I need to do is draw some icons for weather. So what I want to do is, for sunny weather, I'm just going to use this sun that I already drew. And then if it's like partly cloudy, I can put a cloud in front of it. And then I can just make some clouds. Rainy. Pumpkinhead can't draw. Welcome. So let's do some clouds. How do I want to draw some clouds? They're going to be very heavily stylized, very simple. You know, the kind of icon you would get on your weather app or something on your phone. So let's do something like this. Maybe make it a little bit nice, you know? Is that a good sized cloud? Do this for cloudy weather. And then probably another one behind it, right? Clouds behind. Small. Looks like a bean. Make this cloud gray. It's perhaps too gray. Let's make it lighter. And then darker outline. Or should it have an outline at all? Let's give it a white outline. And then clouds behind, let's also make it gray. Ooh, I like that. Epic cloud. Make the sun sad that the cloud is in front of it. Make it pop out a lightning bolt. Poop out a lightning bolt. Yeah, for thunderstorms. Why am I talking in all caps? Am I loud? Is it too loud? The audio? Waiting for chat to catch up. Name the cloud Bet. Can I do Midwest Freeze? Decided to be here until you have to go. I'm just making like a generic weather card for now. Conrad, welcome. But we have an idea for what we're going to do with weather, and I think you guys are going to really like it. So hopefully the next video, I'll be able to feature it. But I have to record lines as well. I recorded some lines like an hour ago for the next episode of PNN. Let's do clouds in front. You're drawing Polandball right now. Nice. Welcome back, Sam. And Dinoco, welcome back. How was everybody's weekend? Now that it's almost over. Very sad. I don't like that. Something like that. And then let's also make it gray. White outline. This is the cloudy icon. I think maybe like the middle one is a little bit too wide. And the clouds in front, let's move it down a bit. School burnout is starting. Man, I got burnt out of school right as I was finishing my last semester of grad school. I was starting to phone it in. I was just so over it. Being in school for like 24 years straight was a long time, or however long it was, you know? I don't ever want to go back to school. Looks nice to you. James to be welcome. It always happens once winter break ends and crashes your grades in third quarter. Tired of this useless torture system. School's important. One of the things that I think almost everybody sort of understands when they grow up and they're out of school is that school, like looking back, was really easy. Like if I could go back in time and make myself like do more of my homework, I would do it because it was a joke. But the problem is, you know, you're stuck with an adolescent brain in your adolescence, right? You know? It's not kids' fault for not understanding, not knowing better. Let's do something like that. You would cook a 7-course meal to watch this, but you're too lazy to do that. Netherlands Ball had a good, nice weekend. Great. You had a panic attack when half your grades dropped to an F? You're from an A or B family. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Don't let it get out of control like that. It's a bit thicker. Okay. I think this is good. Good cloudy image. So this will be the icon for cloudy weather. Is this too small, maybe? It should be like the size of the sun. Let's see. Let's do... Monday. What point? What? 15-point font? Let's do that. Let's do Tuesday. Wednesday. I might not be able to write all of them out or just make it... I might have to make these smaller. Let's do 12-point font. Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Saturday. And Sunday. Okay. Whoops. Where's Friday? Thursday. Wednesday. Tuesday. Put over here more. Monday. Making them equidistant is going to be a little tricky, but I have to figure it out. It wastes 20 years of your life and 80K so you can work in Starbucks? Yeah, I mean, it depends. I was lucky enough to be able to find work in the field that I studied. But that's not true for everyone, so I totally get that. They're teach you how to pay taxes, take bank loans, or cook. Yep. Put Oklahoma in the weather. I was saying this earlier. We have an idea for how we want to do the weather, and I think you guys are going to like it. Your 5th grade teacher made a class economy, and you had to pay desk, locker rent, and taxes and stuff. That's an interesting way of teaching it. I didn't have a teacher that did that. You've seen statistics, and you come to the conclusion that government is a waste of time, or schools a waste of time enforced by the government. Hard disagree. I'm of the opinion, actually, that higher education should be mandatory as well. I think, at minimum, everybody should have a 4-year college degree, including people who end up going to the trades. I think what you learn, in an undergraduate, like, liberal arts setting, not even necessarily liberal arts, but, like, I don't think high school should be, like, the baseline. I don't think that's where, like, the government should stop educating people, you know? I think it's, like... Someone with a high school degree in modern society is very, very limited in terms of what they can do and just their basic understanding of the world and how it works, you know? I don't know if these are all equidistant, but I guess we'll figure it out. This is Sun 2. Sun 1. Have I ever used vector art programs? I have not. Use Inkscape. It's free and very easy and complex to use. I'll have to look it up. Math in 10th, 11th grade is easy for you. That's good. I was not a math-oriented person. I was in the relatively advanced math classes at the time, but I never loved math. And I've used very little of it in my adult life. It hasn't been relevant to my work. Guess I'll tell. Welcome back. Hola. One awesome. You gotta get back to work. Thanks for joining. It's gonna be a short stream tonight, so you might not be back before I'm done. At least 1 year of college should be mandatory. I think the full 4 years. I think a bachelor's degree should be mandatory. Like, I've met so many goddamn stupid people who have a 4-year degree. Having a high school degree is just not sufficient for the modern world. Like, I think back to my undergraduate years and, like, the things I learned in undergraduate. And, like, a lot of it is really, really basic compared to what you learn in the real world. But it gives you a good foundation. At minimum, I think people need to take like a collegiate level writing course. People who don't go into liberal arts do not know how to write, and it's very, very evident. You know, for all the like the STEM lords out there that look down on liberal arts majors and stuff like that, I have never met an engineer who could write well. I'm sure they're out there, but it's probably because they've actually written a lot and have studied it, you know? Social Mango Tree, thanks for joining. You're graded ahead in math, and never 96, so that's good. Yeah, right on, dude. I feel like most people in the Polandball community specialize in history and geography. Yep, that would make sense. All the math nerds and physics nerds are they're watching space channels. So maybe I can straddle that line. You think on Sunday it was a hurricane? Well, that depends. Where are you? Sunny Flower, welcome back. I think we missed you yesterday or the day before. Phoenix Plays uses Krita. It's pretty good. I've never heard of that. Let me Google that. Digital painting, creative freedom. Free and open source. Raster? Is that how you pronounce it?
Raster.
Raster graphics editor designed primarily for digital art and 2D animation. I am going to look this up. I'm a little bit afraid, like, to change programs just because I already know Photoshop. But I don't know. I think it would be funny to have a hurricane. I have a pretty set idea of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is... Looks like there's no sunny days. So what I'm going to do is I can do partly cloudy days. So partly cloudy, I'm going to draw... I guess I'll do an outline in green, and then I'm going to put it over this first sun. But how should I do it? It should be tiny. Smaller than that. Something like that, and then another one at the bottom. Does that make sense? I'll clean up this hump a little bit. And over here, actually. How do I want to do this? So have this come down, this down a little bit, and then that's almost what I want it to be like. I think this is okay. Then we make these gray. White border. And then I think we make the sun mad. I think that'd be funny if it's partly cloudy. Maybe I make these entirely gray. No. I kind of like the white background. Sam, you're drawing in Krita right now? How long have you been using Krita? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that. Krita? Your family felt a 5.1 earthquake. The strongest earthquake I felt... Oh god, what was it? There was an earthquake in Napa County in California in 2014. August 24th, 2014. It was a 6.0. That was the strongest earthquake I've ever felt. 2014 South Napa earthquake. They're pretty scary. You know, the whole house shakes. You know immediately what it is, you know? It's humbling, you know, that the Earth is that powerful. Like, the energy released by earthquakes is exponentially more than, like, exploding all the nuclear bombs that we have. It's crazy. This is Sun 1. Sun 1, I'm gonna do... We're gonna make him mad. Guys, we'll hide partly cloudy. Alright, I'm going to erase everything except for the sunglasses. Okay, cool. Then Sun 1, I'm going to hide the glasses. Sun 1, I'm going to fill all this in. Whoop. This music is awesome. Do you guys like synthwave? It's my favorite genre. Well, I guess it's a subgenre of electronic. I've always liked electronic music. Why is the sun wearing sunglasses? That's how you draw a cartoon sun. He's always wearing sunglasses. Blaz, welcome back. Yeah, synthwave is dope. I think everyone who has good taste likes synthwave. Like driving on the highway or something at night with synthwave blasting, it's great. There are almost no good country ball games. You know, I haven't really bothered to look, but it wouldn't really surprise me if there weren't. All right, so glasses. Let's fix these glasses. We need to make him angry. Looks like I was using 3 or 2 pixel. 3. Never anger a star. See lines behind it. Need to find the other sun. Here we go. Get the right colors. Light gray and dark gray. So we'll do the light gray first. Put it behind the glasses. Clean this up. Merge it with the glasses. Fill this in. Down here, and then go to this sun. Then I need to... Whoa! Sun 1. Okay. This is very, very detailed, what I'm doing here. Pixel perfect. Okay. I think these clouds should be more pronounced to make it more obvious that it's partly cloudy, you know? Synth electronic music is good, but you're much more of a rock fan. I like rock too. But I have a hard time focusing when there are lyrics in a song. Like, if I just need background music, it can't be rock. Polandball not safe for world is good too. I'll have to look that up. Try bang on balls. Why does the sun look angry? The sun is angry because there are clouds in front of him. When it comes to music, you usually listen to 80s, 90s. New music doesn't really have the charm. 80s music is great. That's why I like synthwave, is because it's inspired by 80s music. And 90s, I guess, because it's heavy use of synthesizers, right? But yeah, I was listening to Blondie last night. Blondie's great. When do you think the next episode of the Polandball News Network will be uploaded? That's a great question. I think we're aiming for tomorrow, since it's been 2 weeks since the last one we uploaded. Dick Rhino is taking the charge on this one. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but I think he's working on it right now. I sent him some stuff today. So I think these clouds need to be a little bit bigger. Let's try... I can trace them. Let's make them like 125% bigger. And then take this one. What do you guys think of that? Does that look better for partly cloudy if the clouds are bigger? I want to give them the white outline, the clouds. You hate people who wish they were in the 60s? I don't think it makes any sense to wish to have lived in the past. For almost everybody, the past is going to be worse than modern day. Obviously, there are exceptions. Do you know the People's Republic of China posted a Polandball video? Like the actual government, like the CCP, made a Polandball video? You need PNN, it's one of the few good things you have to look forward to. We're working on it. It takes a long time to make these. Maybe if I just move these a little bit. And then I like crop the rays. I think this is good. They did it on Twitter. Let me find this. Polandball China Twitter. Is that going to be enough? What's the Twitter account? Yeah, you can't post links on live streams. That's right. I don't know, like, all the rules regarding, like, what you can post in chat. I should read up on that. But I think, like, on Twitch, for example, you're able to put external links, I want to say. Someone said you can post links, like YouTube links, in chat. I'm not 100% sure. I think you can do it. All right. So I think this is good for partly cloudy. I'm gonna put underneath Tuesday. Let's get cloudy. I think cloudy needs to be a little bit smaller. Did I make this bigger? This doesn't look right. What did I do here? I'm gonna remake cloudy. That's so strange. Clean this up. Make this more ballular over here. See the cloud behind? It was just... something like that, I think. And then one in front. Oh, I know. I've heard this song before. What is this? This is a good song. This is... End credits by White Bat Audio. China Daily, the official Twitter China Daily account, June 14th, 2022. Add Mercury as a little dot blocking out the sun. That's clever. Hamodi, welcome back. All right, let's take this gray, fill all of these in, and then white outlines. I think this looks good. All right, let's make this. This is cloudy. Partly cloudy. Just cleaning up the layers. No, I don't like that. Keep it normal. Cloudy, partly cloudy. Let's do cloudy again. Cloudy 2. Put it under Wednesday. Cloudy 3 under Thursday. Friday, let's do partly cloudy again. Saturday, we'll do partly cloudy. Cloudy 3. And then Sunday we'll do cloudy. Wow, I can't spell. Cloudy. Cloudy. Duplicate. Cloudy 4. Zoom out and see what this looks like. It's a little bit too spread out, so I need to move all these in a little bit. And then I need to put the temperature underneath. Yeah, only 9 concurrent viewers at the moment. I didn't give much of a heads up for the stream tonight. People come in and out. They come and go. It's totally fine. Channel is still small. It will grow over time. So do cloudy under Cloudy, partly cloudy under Tuesday. Wednesday is partly cloudy. No, Wednesday is cloudy too. Okay, put that under Wednesday. I need to make the font smaller, I think. Partly cloudy 2 is under Friday. Cloudy 3 is under Thursday. Cloudy 4 is under Sunday. Partly cloudy 3 is under Friday. Or no, Saturday. Okay. Let's merge some of these layers. Where's the merge? Where's merge layer? There we go. Sunday. Saturday. Friday and partly cloudy. Save. Cloudy 3 under Thursday. Merge. Cloudy 2 under Wednesday. Wait, hold on. Is this right? Merge. Tuesday. Merge. Okay. Is there a way to like distribute horizontally? Yes. Okay, perfect. Let me move Monday in a bit. Sunday in a bit. Okay. Now I need to give it a background. I like the on the breaking news card using the black. Chat's kind of dead. Yeah, there's just not many people on tonight. We've been doing streams most days. Not every stream is going to be super big, you know? $33 videos, 2 shorts, 15 live streams. Yeah, we want to put out more videos, but, you know, again, it takes a long time. I think one of the things that I need to do on the live stream is more input from chat. You know, draw like what chat wants to see. You know, let's do layer 2. Let's make this a box. Like I think chat really liked the canvas drawings where I just take requests and draw what chat wanted to see. The problem is like that's not really something I can post anywhere, you know, other than the community ball or the Polandball community subreddit. But I guess I should do that more. But I'm trying to use some of the time, at least on stream, to draw assets that can be used for actual videos. Because the videos get more views than the streams. And then eventually the videos will pull in more people into the streams. Whoops. All right, zoom out a bit. Whoops. Let's delete this layer. Maybe it's both 15. Okay. I should have made the text white. Ah, damn it. Maybe next time. You want a quest to find the China country ball video, now you're back? School starts tomorrow for you, so you're gonna miss more streams? Oh, that's sad. You can have it open in the background while you work. So I like this, generally. It's an unfinished comic. I think this looks okay. Do you think... Oh, you know what? Maybe let's do this. I think this is a better idea. Individual boxes behind... behind each of the days. Something like this, and then I'm gonna clean it up. Oh, I didn't draw it on a different layer. I think this could be cool. Still have some days before school got as good. Yeah, I don't miss school, man. The real world, like, it sucks in different ways, but generally, like, I wouldn't want to go back to being a student. This might be too big, actually. Let's see. Actually, no. No, I don't like this. I think one big box looked better. And then just have the, like, the shadow or something. Clean that up. Clean this up. Go to the other side. Every day for you is turned to catch up with school when you're several months behind, so you can get the second semester before March. Yeah, falling behind, it gets tricky because it's compounding. I think that looks good. Let's try 20% opacity. What would that look like? I just think the text needs to be white, but I think you can get away with this for now. How are you supposed to sleep when school is here? Man, I am 32 years old. I still have not figured out how to sleep at a reasonable time. It's hard. It was worse when I was a student because like I could stay up a lot later. Once you have an actual 9-to-5 job, you do have to have like kind of, you know, an actual schedule. Like you can't just stay up forever. Let me see something. What happens if I do this? It's Monday. Does that look better without the white? I don't think so. You fell out of your chair. I haven't put anything scary on screen. Alright, and now I just need to draw a ball. Actually, you know what I might do? I might just copy my character from another card that I made. What happens if I do this? Too big. Well, hold on. Let's move all of these up. I think you're using the chair wrong. You haven't gotten behind, but you're suffering burnout, which makes a total 2 months behind last year at most. Yeah, I get it. Like, being a student is just like constantly stressful. Have you guys thought of an idea for a news crawl? You have a lot of ideas you haven't? Yeah, we want to do a news crawl. We're going to incorporate that. We're adding more and more stuff as we go. But it's also feature creep, right? Where we're getting a lot of new ideas, and the more we want to add, the longer it takes to actually produce videos. But because we have a lot of new features for the first time, it's going to take a while to sort of get everything ready the first time. But as we get going and we do these things more frequently, we should be able to speed it up. But Aaron has sort of been hard carrying Polandball News Network for a couple of weeks, and he was sort of out of commission for the past 2 weeks. Which is why we didn't have a video out on last Monday. School started 5 months ago for you. You should be halfway done. Nope. Yeah. Well, I have to draw a new ball, so let's do that. Should be like weather ball bot or something. Zoom in a little bit more. Draw a smooth ball. Damn, that was a good ball up until the last little part. Goddamn balls. Eat the chair so you don't fall out of it anymore. That's a good idea. I've never tripped over or fallen out of something that I've eaten, so the math checks out. Ah, damn it. This is an okay ball. It's a little bit lumpy on the left, top left. You know, what I kind of want to do is have... maybe I put all of the actual weather sort of in the middle. And then I kind of want to have a ball, like, floating around. Using, like, a stick to point to every day and saying, like, oh, it's going to be cloudy on this day, partly cloudy on this day. Oh, you know, I have to add the temperature. I didn't do that. Let's hide this ball. I have to hide the boxes, too. How do I make the degree? What's like the alt code? Degree icon. Alt 0176. Whoops. I just copy and paste it now. Something like that. Be 10-point font, a little bit smaller. So this is Tuesday weather. Tuesday temp. This should be... Oh, you know what? No, let's just do highs and lows. Let's just do everything in Celsius. Can I just waltz into Moscow, right? Correct. Sorry, wait, what? I made a comic about that? I don't remember. Oh, you cannot just... What, is this the Lord of the Rings one I made? Like, Poland uses a plunger to show the weather for the day? I like that, yeah. Maybe Poland should be the weatherman. That's a good idea. 27 degrees Celsius, pretty cold in Brazil. I mean, when I think of Brazil, I think it's hot as hell. So, that tracks. If you're inside a burning building, just get water. It's that simple. Whoops. This is Monday temp. Put this below. Sorry, I have another tab open, so I'm not, You know what? Here, I'll just make it so that I can watch... I can read chat while I'm looking at some other stuff on my browser. Normal temperature in Brazil is 37 degrees Celsius. That's crazy. Let's see, what's the weather like right here? Where I am, it's 41 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius, or sorry, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius right now. So it's a little chilly, but it's not unbearable, you know? Just wear a coat outside. Yeah, I really hate that we use Fahrenheit in the US. But you know, it's all we've used. So it's Celsius is like meaningless to me. Then let's do Celsius. 3 degrees, minus 3 degrees Celsius. Okay, good. Tuesday. Tuesday temperature, let's do Fahrenheit first again. Ah! This is hard to get everything right. 5 degrees, minus 3 degrees Celsius. This is a lot of info. Hard to read, I think. Duplicate. We'll do Wednesday. You live in the northeast of Brazil? I mean, let's see, northeast. It's like close to like French Guiana or something. 48 degrees, you're there with 5 blankets. Oh, you're talking about the comic I made where the US tries to invade Russia and consults France? Okay, yeah, I remember that one. Let me find it. Wow, that's a throwback. This one? This is an old comic. Whoops, went too far. Those damn Ruskies are the only thing stopping me from taking over the rest of the world. It's about time I take them out. Sir, the possibility of successfully invading Russia is approximately 3,720 to 1. Never tell me the odds. Vous aussi? I don't want to talk about it. This is a good comic. This is old. This is like 2012, 2013, 2014, something like that. But yeah, this is a solid comic. I like it. I like this art style. I remember drawing the Oval Office took a while. I took like an actual photo and I traced over it. You contend this comic aged poorly? Yes. Correct. This might have been pre-Crimea invasion. I don't remember. Or annexation. It's definitely pre, full invasion. It's got featured in a major country ball video back. Way back when? Okay. Yeah, a lot of people have taken my comics and posted them elsewhere, used them in videos. Which is not great, since I don't get credited. Alright, so we were on Wednesday. Wednesday temperature. 44 and 30. Centigrade, 7 and -1. Duplicate this. Underneath Thursday, 53 and 38. And then centigrade, 12 and 3. Okay, this was Thursday. Let's see, Wednesday temperature, under Wednesday, Tuesday, under Tuesday, Thursday, under Thursday, Thursday temp. Friday, it's 11 and 5 centigrade, 52 and 41. Saturday. Sorry, I just need to bang this out before I catch up with chat. I don't want to get sidetracked because there's a lot of numbers here. I'm like looking from my main monitor to my other monitor to get all the right info. Saturday temp is 43, 35, 6 and 2. And then last one, Sunday. -4 and -1. Fahrenheit is 39 and 31. Sunday. Okay. Zoom out. Where's that ball? So this box needs to be bigger now. Here, I'm going to change the opacity to 100. I'm gonna duplicate this. Make it bigger. Merge it. Box. Delete this copy. I'm gonna make this 20% opacity. And then duplicate it. Offset it just a tad. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I like that. I think that looks good. Box 2. Now let's move everything up. No, not weather. All right, let me catch up with chat. Would you say that Drew Durnall's videos credit comics? They show the Reddit username. He's put one of my comics, maybe more than once, in his videos before, and I don't... I would rather he ask for permission from the person before putting it in his videos, so I would say it's not adequate, no. You know, I get that, you know, reaction videos are a thing. We do reaction videos here as well, but we make sure to get the consent of the author before we put stuff on stream and in our videos. I've never been contacted by him in regards to whether or not I would be okay with him using my content. So no, I'm not okay with it. You miss old Polandball so much. Yeah, early Polandball was really great before it was like super high effort. Like this YouTube channel is the most effort I've ever put into Polandball. And it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it is very time consuming. I really, you know, it would be awesome if one day the channel is big enough that I could make this a full-time job, but that's like, one, a pipe dream, two, if it ever happens, it's many years from now, unless we have some kind of explosive growth. But, you know, we need to be able to put out more content, and it needs to have wider reach. But I think, you know, that's the goal. And the trajectory so far has been really encouraging, but we're still very much a small channel. Oh, you saw my comic America's Wonderful Human Being on his channel? Okay. Yeah, that was the first comic I made when I came back like out of Polandball retirement. And it was rough. I remember, here, I'll pull it up on chat. Or in on stream. Here it is. So I made this comic for last year's 4th of July. 1 cake for my first birthday. 2 cakes for my second birthday. And then last year was America's 247th birthday. So now he's a massive, fat piece of crap, like Jabba the Hutt. You only discovered Polandball recently? So what's cool about Polandball is like, you know, I discovered it like 11, 12 years ago. And my interest was like at a fever pitch very early on when it was very small and the subreddit was growing very rapidly. And it was cool to be sort of an instrumental figure in the initial growth of the subreddit. And then, you know, after a couple of years of going pretty hard in Polandball, I sort of, I didn't have I didn't have the time to really invest the way that I wanted to, or that I had been for a number of years. You know, I entered the real world. I had a real job, and it was hard to find the time to actually sit down and draw. So I took a hiatus for about, you know, 4 to 6 years. But I would pop my head in every so often, but I didn't really make comics. This was the first comic I made after that hiatus. So I made this in July of last year. And I had to like relearn all my techniques for drawing. It took a while, and like looking back at this now, I could make this so much better, so much more quickly than I actually drew. Like the first 2 panels were easy to draw. The third panel was difficult because I had to do a bunch of different layering. Like the way I drew the Soviet Union and Carbonite, I would do this differently. You can see the glasses are a little bit different from how I've been doing them recently. See, I have the glare or whatever on the sunglasses in specific parts rather than in like here where I have bands. I think the bands look better. But I used to do it pretty frequently this way as well. You can see I think I copy pasted some of these stars. Actually, no, it doesn't look like they're copy pasted. They're all pretty... No, okay, some of them are. Oh, wow. I didn't notice. Right here. I didn't fill this in. Well, wow. I didn't catch that. Have I watched Meat Dan's Country Ball animations? I haven't. I admittedly had not engaged with a lot of YouTube Country Ball content, Polandball content. Until we started this channel, and now like most of my Polandball, most of the time I spend in Polandball is making stuff for the channel now, and then, you know, on streams and stuff like that. Chonk America, yep. Someone should make a post or a video about new Polandball YouTube. It heavily needs to be talked about. So we do post a lot of our videos in the subreddit. We try not to flood it, but we view it as it's a project that supplements the sub. Meat Dan is a very old Russian country ball channel. I'll have to check him out. But like for a long time, I didn't really see how Polandball could be like viable YouTube content. You know, even now we're still trying to figure out like what people like. But it's, you know, they're comics. making animations takes a long time, and I think Polandball lends itself very well to animation. But again, it takes an enormous amount of time to produce an animation. The reason your interest in Polandball revived in 2022 was because of, what is this, PWA? Can I post the news about Neptune and Uranus' true color? I am not doing most of the Polandball news this week. Dick Rhino is taking the lead. DGP Mundo was one of the YouTubers you watched too. Oh, he's a Portuguese or a Brazilian YouTuber. It's crazy like how big YouTube is and how many different niche communities are out there, you know? All right, let's draw Poland. Should he be small? He should be kind of big, right? You know what? We're going to use this as Poland. And then let's draw eyes. Let's move Poland down. And he can have a stick, like pointing at stuff. It's a good eye. I think maybe it's too angled. Oh, I needed to clean up this ball, actually. I totally forgot I wanted to do that. It's kind of messy at the top. See how it's like lumpy toward the left. This YouTube channel needs to make 5-minute videos every week for 20 weeks to get a shout out. I mean, we're trying to put out as much content as we can, but like, it's hard. It takes a lot of time. I have a newfound respect for YouTubers. Just like how much effort goes into producing stuff is crazy, right? And I think, you know, most of you guys have probably seen the animations that we have on our channel. Alpaca does the majority of the work on those. The amount of time that they spend making that is insane. It's crazy how much time it takes to make an animation. And I don't really know how to do it. You know, like I can make GIFs and drawing like the individual frames and stitching them together, but like making something longer, like a long form animation, like the one that we have on, well, any of the animations that we have, like Poland cannot into oil. I don't really know how to do that. I would like to learn at some point, but right now I'm doing what I know. Have I heard of Planet Balls? Absolutely, I have heard of Planet Ball. I have the top post on the Planet Ball subreddit, and I have for about 7 or 8 years. Let me show it to you guys. I have a Planet Ball folder with my comics. This is the top Planet Ball post of all time. It's called Flyby. Hello, probings of Earth. I am be very glad of meet you. Gotta go fast. Oh, okay. Gotta go fast. will be here if you want for visit again. I made this around the time that the New Horizons spacecraft flew by Pluto. If you guys remember, New Horizons did a flyby of Pluto because Pluto is so far from the Earth that getting there, you know, in a reasonable amount of time, you have to make your spacecraft very fast. And then to decelerate it, to actually put it in orbit around Pluto would require so much fuel that it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't economical because Pluto is so small that its gravity is pretty weak, and the spacecraft is going so fast to actually get there, you know, within 10 or 12 years or however long its cruising phase was, that you would have to carry all that additional propellant to slow it down, to decelerate it. So it only did a flyby of Pluto. So it was basically just, you know, we got high quality, high fidelity photographs and readings from one half, essentially, of the planet. And then the other half of the planet, we don't have as high quality photos. But yeah, this was my comic. I made this. How long ago was it? Let me double check. Let me go to the Planet Ball subreddit. I made this 8 years ago. July 14th of 2015. Flyby. It has about 250 more upvotes than the second highest of all time. This might have been the first Planet Ball comic that had the correct features and colors of Pluto as well. Arakoth was visited by New Horizons also. Yeah, that was a super cool object as well. I can pull up a picture of it. It's two, like, not planetoids, but, like, it's thought it's two asteroids that basically crashed into each other, merged. Let me find... Where's my Polandball folder? Streaming. Open my streaming folder. God, I have so many Polandball files now. 10 plus years of making Polandball comics. There's just so much. Streaming, okay. Arakoth. Arakoth, or formerly nicknamed Ultima Thule. This is a trans-Neptunian object that the New Horizons spacecraft also visited after it flew by Pluto. So this is... It looks like two asteroids that sort of smashed together. And it's thought that this is sort of how the accretion process works in early solar systems when they're forming, when planets are forming. It's thought that this is sort of how planetesimals, planetoids start forming. Is you have all this material, it smashes into each other, it makes a mess, but eventually it congeals due to the gravity of the larger objects, pulls it all together, and eventually you hit a critical mass, literally, where the object itself is so big that it forms a sphere, and then you get the process of differentiation, planetary differentiation, where heavier elements and materials settle a little bit deeper in the within the object, and lighter ones a little bit toward the top. But yeah, this is a really cool object out there, way out there in the Kuiper Belt. Yeah, two planetesimals. So the larger one is 21 kilometers across, and the smaller one is 15 kilometers across. It orbits the sun once every 298 years. That's wild. Arakoth. It's basically a flat snowman. Yeah, it looks like a snowman. So yeah, Planet Ball, I'm a huge fan. I want to do a Planet Ball video at some point. For an American, I know very much about astronomy. I mean, we should know a lot, right? Like, the United States has been the leading space power since, the early 1960s, mid-1960s. Space is pretty heavily, like, incorporated into American culture. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but, like, commercials with, like, the space shuttle or rockets and stuff like that are really common. Like, space is a very common cultural fixture in American culture. France Ball, welcome back. Burj Khalifa Geographer, also welcome back. Yeah, I mean, so my two favorite, like, subjects are international relations and space. So Planet Ball, like, being an offshoot of Polandball, it fit me like a glove, We started beating the Soviets during the Gemini program and then clapped them with Apollo and Pioneer. Yep. The Soviets had a lot of firsts, but like the scale of landing a man on the moon just absolutely dwarfs anything that the Soviets did. You know? Like, don't get me wrong. They put someone into space first. Yuri Gagarin is a name that people are going to remember thousands of years from now. But they're also going to remember Neil Armstrong. People in America have NASA jackets all the time. Yeah, I have a ton of NASA swag. I've got NASA shirts. I've got a NASA sweatshirt. It's or a NASA hoodie. It's a white hoodie and it has the NASA worm logo in red. Man, I can show you some of my other Planet Ball comics. I only made a few. This is actually my favorite Planet Ball comic that I've made. So this is Saturn and Enceladus. Enceladus, you are worst moon. Always embarrass me with you peeing yourself. So if you guys don't know, Enceladus is one of Saturn's smallest spherical moons. And it has an icy crust, and then it has a liquid water ocean underneath it. And there are a series of 3 what are called tiger stripes near the southern pole. So you can see I actually drew them. Or I guess there's 4 or 5 tiger stripes. And there are cryovolcanoes at the southern pole, so the ocean is literally leaking out. So it's like Enceladus is peeing itself. Everyone forgets Soviets first land on Mars. True. Venus as well. But yeah, they put the first man in the moon, or first man in space, first woman in space, first space station, right? The Salyut space station, and then the first modular space station with Mir. But yeah, I mean, like, the U.S. space program has just always been more robust ever since the mid-1960s. So yeah, I mean, obviously Apollo is still the height of human achievement, but a lot of the unmanned stuff that we've done is pretty incredible. The Voyagers, in terms of knowledge gained, the 2 Voyager spacecraft are probably the pinnacle of like scientific achievement, you know? I think we learned more about not just, you know, the planets in our solar system, but the universe from the 2 Voyager spacecraft than anything else. Maybe like Hubble or JWST, but you know, the grand tour of the solar system through the Pioneers and the Voyager programs is nearly unparalleled. In my life, I think the greatest space mission was the Cassini-Huygens mission to Saturn. I need to find a comic with Poland in it to get the right color. Here's a funny comic. This is an older comic of mine as well. This is the partition of Poland. So you have Prussia, you have the Austrian Empire, and Russia. And then you have the German Empire, Russian Empire, Austria-Hungary, USSR, Nazi Germany, USSR. USSR collapses, Poland is finally free. And then you have Germany, NATO, and the EU. What's my favorite planet? I mean, Earth is easily the most interesting planet in the solar system. Like, there's no contest, right? But that's a cop-out answer. So after that, I think Saturn, easily. You have to say Saturn. The ring system alone. It's the jewel of the solar system. Saturn is a gorgeous, gorgeous planet. All right, so I need to get the right color for Poland. Put it behind Poland. Clean it up. The eyes a little bit like that. Maybe the line like there. You know what's funny is that a lot of the comments that we get on our videos that feature Poland are basically just us. It's people telling us that The Polish flag is upside down and it's white on top. It's the first thing you learn about Polandball, or the first thing anyone should learn about Polandball is that Poland's flag is upside down in Polandball. We don't know why. Well, we do know why. Falco, the guy who made the first Polandball comic, he drew the flag upside down. We don't know if that was intentional or not. I think it's funnier if it was intentional, because the whole point of him making the first Polandball comic was to make fun of a Polish user on Crouchan. But we don't know for sure. Poland should have a plunger. Pointing at stuff. Let's do a shadow on top of Poland. So yeah, I want to do a Planet Ball stream. Maybe I should make a Planet Ball comic next. Seems like a lot of you guys like space too, which is great. Space is awesome. All right, let's move all of the info up. Oh, I need to get the weather happenings down there. Okay, this is looking good. Mikhail Gorbachev made the USSR the best country before he dissolved it. That's going to be no for me, dog. Not being able to elect the person in charge of your country is a hard no from me. But I mean, you know, Gorbachev, I think his heart was in the right place. He knew that the Soviet Union had to liberalize. But the problem is that the Soviet Union was an empire. It was just the Russian Empire. It was just rebranded with, you know, communist flame decals. So it was never going to hold together once it democratized, because you had all of these different nationalities, these other nations that were essentially held hostage by Russia. Does French Guiana have a flag? I don't know if it has its own flag, but I mean it's part of France itself, so it should be the French flag, right? Biodegradable, welcome. Good morning to you. Gorbachev did dissolve the USSR, Boris Yeltsin did. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Boris Yeltsin was more responsible than anyone else for the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Because he leveraged Russian nationalism to undermine the Politburo and Gorbachev. And he was able to claim a democratic mandate that Gorbachev couldn't. Quite literally just rewatch Jaws and your heart is racing. I haven't seen Jaws in many years. A darker shade of pink helps differentiate Poland from Indonesia and Monaco. Generally, I mean, I don't see Monaco used in a lot of comics, nor Indonesia for that matter. But if Indonesia is used in comics, a lot of times he's wearing either the straw hat or the other hat. What is that hat called? The songkok. Songkok. That like Sukarno would wear. So that's one of the ways you can differentiate them. But generally, like if I see a ball that's red on top, white on bottom, I'm going to assume it's Poland. Because Poland just features more commonly in Polandball comics than Indonesia or Monaco. Politburo was elected by the people, and Politburo elected Gorbachev. So, actually, the Soviet Union was a democracy. The problem is that there was only one party, the Communist Party. It was a one-party state, so it wasn't democratic. If you're not actually given a choice, it's not democratic. It's kind of like modern Russia, you know? You are given choices to vote, but they're token opposition parties. They're not real parties. You know, a lot of the minor parties that exist in Russia are basically sanctioned by the Kremlin to give the appearance of it being a democratic system. It's not. Everything needs France. I don't disagree. Okay. Your favorite Polandball character is River, Illinois. It appears in the State Ball comic. I don't know River, Illinois. Alright, yeah, let's get Poland a plunger. And that's how he's going to be pointing at all the weather. Did I make the comic with Poland disguised as Indonesia to avoid Nazi Germany but failed to avoid Japanese Empire, or is it someone else? I didn't draw that. That must have been someone else. No, the USSR and Cuba they're authoritarian systems throughout. You know, that's not to discuss the merits or the failings of their systems, but they're decidedly not democratic states. If USSR was still here, he would probably be living in it. I wouldn't want to live in the Soviet Union. I mean, there's a reason why so many people from the former Soviet Union, the former Soviet republics, and the former Eastern European countries that were part of the Eastern Bloc, there's a reason why so many people left after the Iron Curtain fell. All right, I need to draw a couple more Polands. Let me just duplicate it. Actually, I'll come back to that. Let's draw the plunger first. How have I drawn plungers in the past? I had a comic with France and Germany making fun of Poland. And they had a... they were holding a plunger. Where is it? Yeah, this is a funny comic. I made this a long time ago. This is a relatively early comic of mine as well. This was Great National Triumphs. US landing on the moon. UK standing alone against Nazi Germany. French Revolution. And Poland cleaning a toilet. Liberty leading the people. That's the inspiration for the third panel. If in the future Poland somehow is able to do a complete space program and send people into space, will Poland be allowed to go into space in the comics? That's a great question. I would say yes. But that's not going to happen, is the thing, because Poland is too small of a country to be able to have its own national space program, like manned space program. Not even the European Space Agency does that. Like, ESA has an astronaut corps, but the European Space Agency as a collective has never put a person into space by themselves. They've only done it through Russia and the United States. They've hitched rides on like Soyuz, Space Shuttle, Falcon 9, but they've never built their own like European man-rated rocket. Plunger, plunger, plunger. Actually, I see that there's a tiny little red pixel I need to get rid of. I think this text is way too busy. Maybe in the future I'll make it less busy, but no one's actually going to be looking at the weather, the numbers, you know? USSR launched a Polish person into space. Yeah, that's true. But it was a Soyuz. It was a Soviet rocket. It wasn't a Polish rocket. So technically Poland cannot into space. Sorry, I'm still looking for this comic where I drew a plunger. Here it is. This is an old comic of mine. I love this. I love how Paul is just like crying in the corner. Poland may not into space, but he's always into our hearts. True. Poland is my favorite character in Polandball, and I think if anyone says everyone's favorite character in Polandball should be Poland. Poland is the main character of Polandball. Hot take. On the NASA mission to the moon, they should put a Polish person on the crew. They will eventually. Maybe. Well, they'll put Europeans on it. The next two Artemis missions are going to have... the next Artemis mission, Artemis 2, is going to do a flyby of the moon. It's a 4-person crew. There are 3 Americans and 1 Canadian. Artemis 3 is going to be the first landing on the moon since the Apollo missions. At least that's the plan. I don't think they've selected a crew yet, but the idea is that European and Japanese astronauts will eventually get to go to the moon through the Artemis program. The Artemis Accords are the governing it's a governing treaty for the Artemis program, and ESA, Japan, various other countries have signed it. I think India signed it recently, maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if an Indian astronaut lands on the moon. Maybe you guys know this. Is there a term for Indian astronaut in the way that, you know, we refer to Russian astronauts as cosmonauts, and Chinese astronauts as taikonauts, and then American astronauts are astronauts. And I think European astronauts we refer to as astronauts too. Is there a separate term for an Indian astronaut? I know they haven't sent up a person by themselves yet, but I'd be curious to know. Indienaut, is that what it is? That's cool. You definitely need to make more comics featuring Poland. You think you've only made 2 of them? Yeah, I mean, I think if it's not important, like, who the character is, then I think, Poland, it should be Poland. All right, let's draw plunger. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to copy this just because I need a... Whoa, what is that? It's so stupid. Let's do green. This is the head of the plunger. Not right. Bartonot? Bartonot. Is it true that an r/Polandball, a random Canadian guy, isn't allowed to draw USA saying, come on, man? I don't know. Look it up. Gaganat comes from a Hindu word for sky. Interesting. Well, I learned something today. But yeah, India signed the Artemis Accords when Modi visited Biden. I want to say last summer or maybe 2022. So that was a big deal because there's a competing Chinese-led effort as well, which like Russia and Iran are part of. So like it's one of like the main things that the U.S. is doing in foreign policy right now is trying to court India to be more Western aligned, which is obviously hard given the history that the Western world has with India. But China and India don't get along, and it's sort of an important thing for the U.S. to find India or to be able to use India as a counterbalance to Chinese ambition in like the East and South China Sea. This isn't a great... No, I'm going to redo this. This is one of those things that like I get hung up on, like these tiny little details. They really don't matter, but damn, man. So there's a Gaganat. Hindi word for sky. That's pretty cool. I really like the term cosmonaut. I think it sounds cooler than astronaut. They're both cool, but I think maybe it's a kind of like the grass is greener on the other side kind of thing. Like maybe Russians think that astronaut sounds cooler. Perfectionism goes a long way. Yeah. Does anyone have a comic idea that features Kosovo and Serbia? There was like something about like driver's licenses in Kosovo, right? In Serbia? Maybe do something like that. Tringapore should taste sweet as it is very successful. What's my favorite movie if I had to pick one? The original Star Wars movie. That's my favorite movie. I have seen objectively better movies, but my favorite is always going to be the original Star Wars movie. Country ball should taste like how their history is. Oscar can't make USA do Biden terms? Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Canada tastes like pineapple pizza? No, Canada is going to taste like maple syrup. All right. Let's get this color red, and then that color brown. It's not a bad plunger. I'm gonna do some like glare on it, Maybe instead of shading, I'll do a glare. Maybe I do like a dark brown for the outline. I think that looks better. So plunger. Put it behind Poland. Let's do a glare. So we'll take white. Fill that in. Let's do 15%. 35. What does that look like? That's okay. That's not the best plunger, but I think that's okay. All right. This is good. I like this. Brazil would taste like dog shit. Brazil's gonna taste like beans. Yeah, I would imagine like coffee beans or something, you know? Isn't coffee like one of Brazil's largest agricultural exports? Iceland would taste like shark, yeah. Greece would taste like Greek yogurt. Yeah, that's fair. France would be cheese, right? Some kind of cheese like brie or camembert or something. Use Kelvin in the weather news. Ooh, that's a good idea, actually. I'm gonna run that by the other guys on the channel. You need to revisit A New Hope. It's a dumb fun to watch, very entertaining. Yeah, I mean, like, it didn't break new ground in the sense of storytelling, right? Like, it's the hero's journey. It's it's a story that's been told countless times in every culture throughout human history, right? It's just, it was done perfectly in the original Star Wars and in such a cool setting. Like, the Star Wars universe is really cool. A lot of like the Star Wars content is not cool, but the universe that Star Wars takes place in is super cool, right? So one of the things that I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, but I think a lot of the Disney stuff that they put out has been absolutely terrible. I don't know if you guys like Star Wars at all, but Ahsoka I thought was garbage. Obi-Wan was pretty bad. The sequel trilogy I thought was hot garbage. Boba Fett was not great, but it had some okay things. I think what people want to see with Star Wars is like a story, just like any story that's totally irrelevant to Star Wars, but it's just placed in the Star Wars universe, right? Like, don't make a Star Wars story in the Star Wars universe. Make a story and then put it in the Star Wars universe, you know? Why is coli called coli? Oh, God. I was like maybe 12 years old, and I thought like a good gamer tag or something would be something like E. coli, but I dropped the E. So it's just coli. France would be baguette? No, I think it would be cheese, not baguette. Like when I think of French cuisine, French culture, like foods, I think of baguette, cheese, and wine. So I think any one of those three would be fair. I think a cheese ball sounds better than a bread ball. Can Nepal be drawn saying normal English, or is he only allowed to say rar? That's actually a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's funny when Nepal is treated only as a monster. Like every comic, like I can't remember any comics that has Nepal like actually speaking, so I don't know the actual rule, but I like the idea that he only can say rar. I think that's funny. Your gamer tag is French guy. All right, I've actually got to get going, so I'm going to end stream there. I have mostly finished this card. I think I might do make Poland in a few more positions or whatever. But I should be able to stream again tomorrow night, maybe early evening, US East Coast time again. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we can get Polandball News out soon. But yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.